So it looks like I have gone live. I'll just try to confirm it. Yeah, it says upcoming and seems it says waiting for Rudrang PM, but I think on the App Store side or the Twitter side, I'm already live. Perfect. So, hi everyone. We are doing the live reviews now. So, what I have realized, I spend a lot of time on like recording the video, and then if there's something wrong, I would cut something off in between. Then I would also export the transcript. That also takes some time. Then I would edit the transcript because my Indian English isn't good enough for the transcript model that I've been using. And then I also have to export, and this MacBook isn't beast that it would like if I'm recording a 15 minutes video, it would take 20 minutes. So that's and the whole MacBook is so slow then. So and then I have to upload, write the description and everything. So it would take an hour just to record a 10 minutes video. So instead of that, I would just go live, and I think I would get a better camera, get some 4K, but I don't think my hotel Wi-Fi can support 4K streaming. But anyway, this full HD is good enough. So coming back to the point, from now on, all the videos I'm thinking will be just live videos, and I do not plan to do any uh, videos directly, because this is not about being a better video creator or being better in front of the screen soulless light, right? It's about shipping and making money and winning the hackathon. And Michael said, let's go. Yes. So with that in mind, I want to show the app. So I first last year when I did the same weekly thing, I realized that it was much easier because my app only had, it was very basic and I could run it off the simulator. But this time I cannot run it directly on simulator as such, because I need to have the health data there. So you would see that there are more empty spaces. So this is what I had. I took a commit from 7 days ago. It was August 1, 5:15 in that time zone. I think I was kind of shipping just before I took my flight to Bangkok. So that's the last commit I took. And at that time, we had the workouts, nutrition, sleep, and partner, which was like the AI partner. And if I have to compare it to what I have right now, so I just came from a jog or a run, or I've already done my 10K steps almost. I think it's 9,600. Yeah. So that's why it gave me the streak, and now the view is more on the dashboard, workouts and settings. So the AI partner what I had before will be in this view itself. So it's much nicer to have all the AI integrations that I'm trying to promote, is not the word, but like what I want, especially when it comes to iOS 26, because I definitely want to get featured for iOS 26, because I have put in a lot of effort for making the most out of the foundation model. Be like app intents, widgets, notifications, it's everywhere, and I'm trying to squeeze as much as I can from the on-device models. And I'm using MLX as well. I'm not using it as much as I would want to, but I should. But it has its limitations, like the GPU, you cannot run it in the background. I'm not sure on that before I say that, as because Adrian, one of my friends who works on a locally AI app, he does have app intents. Like you can directly ask it some questions and it would work as an app intent. So I need to ask him, and if I can get that working, then that would be lovely, because for those users who are not on iPhone 15 Pro Plus or iOS 26, they can still have the AI advantage or the analysis. It sounds cringe to say AI as such. It's not, it's a text completion model at best, especially on device. So anyway, so like you can see from left to right, the main app what I had before was more focused on the fitness, the colors and everything. Now the app is more focused on calorie tracking, on weight loss, or like health as such. So the scope has broadened, and I don't think there's much change on the nutrition side. One change that I made, which is something that I realized going through the apps and when I was using the app myself, is that I would want to have the calories really big, the amount of calories that are left to be very big, versus how many calories I've eaten, because I'm okay knowing how many calories I've eaten, but I would want to know at one glance how many calories are left for the day, so I can plan my meals ahead. and meal planning is something I want to implement as well. So having that number in mind, or the calculation that I was doing last week is something I'm not doing anymore in the latest version that I have. And another thing I realized, it directly hit me, I think 3 days ago. I went to a rooftop bar, and it kind of crossed. It's like the day passed, and then I wasn't able to log. Like on the left, you do not, I can only log for that particular day. So I had some drinks and I had to log in, but I could not do that. So that's motivated me to have an option to go to yesterday and log the foods that I have. So, like for yesterday, I went to have ramen, and Fukuoka, the Hakata ramen, and then I had chicken gyoza and chicken karage. So I have to log them, which I haven't. So that's another thing. This is why I wanted this feature. And let's see for today. So on the quick actions path, it's kind of very similar. We have the same log food and everything. Food entries view. So on the left side, if I could have shown on the favorites, if like let's try logging a food to see if I can have the favorites here. Ta-da. Mhm. And if I go and log here as well, I think the UI has changed a bit. Yes. And food information, the calories, like you can see we had fiber, and the UI has changed as well, because when I was typing here, I could have also typed numbers, so it would say calories must be between 1 and 5,000, which is absurd. The whole view was wipe coded, so that's what was the reason was. And I had to manually go and change the number here. But now in the latest app, it's much nicer, because the keyboard is not showing, but now I have the .num keypad option here, so I could just write directly here, and same for here. So if I try to write, if I'm when I'm on actually on the phone, it would just not give me the option. I'm directly using my iPhone. That's why it's not showing the keyboard. But that's the thing, trust me. I have tested this. So now this is what I would get, and now it will say when did you have this meal, and it take the direct time as default. Otherwise, you can also mention the meal time. Like as I said, I had some drinks and I would want to have that particular time, so I can have the meal type as well. And then it would go to review entry and then give me, like, this was the okay, no swearing on the stream. This was one of the worst screens I had, and one of my friends, Nishan, mentioned like this is very confusing, and this was vibe coded again, so I had to go and fix it by myself. So now it just says add to food log, which is how it should be, right? So now I can just log the food item, and then if I go and review entry, then add to food log, the buttons, UI, everything was kind of very bad. Now it's way better in terms of the UI. I have gotten so many compliments on the UI that I'm kind of very happy with, and I'm guilty of having so much of choco mocha cookies yesterday because I was sick and sad. So yeah. Anyway, so if I go and click on this, the plus button, you see that I had a very smaller button, and then when I clicked on this, it would just open a empty screen. Yeah, I'm sorry. So now it's just an add button, and that's it. And then if I scroll down a bit, when I click on this, it would open the food details view. And if I go and scroll on this, so you see, like if I go back, this is a very small detail. It would open as a sheet, but now it's the zoom transition that I'm using, which is a very small detail, but I kind of like it. I have it now everywhere, and that's one thing that I'm really happy about. And then the recent entries, today's logged meal, I have to log my matcha latte that I had in the morning, and I will create a video around it as well, like YouTube shorts. So this is more on the log food, and I haven't changed the actions on here. But one thing I was trying in the morning was I got this idea of I like going to the app or even the widgets. I have this widgets now, so if I go on the main screen, it can have, like, this is, I have this pretty thing as well now. So I have the, let's see, which app do I have, where do I have, ta-da. This is a thing that Yash mentioned, one of my friends, that it's the name Zenther is so below that you have to scroll so much. And I have so many widgets, and this is a feedback I got as well. Like, you are kind of competing for the home screen of folks out there, so you cannot have so many widgets. So I need to focus on fixing this as well. And this is the quick add one. So this is the new one that I have worked on. So I can directly click on the log food or scan barcode, and it would directly open that particular view. It's already on the view, so this is a bug. It shouldn't do that. So if I go back and click on log food, it opens the log food menu, but when it's on the nutrition menu, it wouldn't open it for some reason. I should note it somewhere, but anyway, so this is the part on making it much more accessible. But when I was doing the control widgets from, I don't think you can open the controls on iPhone mirroring, but when I click on it, it would just open the app, and I realized that you cannot use URL schemes. I have been using URL schemes, so it would say zenther.app slash nutrition slash manual. And this is so I lost the train of thoughts. So this is what my idea was, but you cannot click on it, and it would just open the app itself. So I have to use what is it called, custom links, which is the website itself, and then link from there. I think if there's a better way, I would be glad to know from you. So this is more on the UI side. Then if I go on the sleep menu, sleep, I think it will show me the sleep data here. I haven't changed much on the UI side for sleep. So if I go on sleep, it would be, yeah, sleep also has the yesterday and together. You can see that I have been barely sleeping. I'm trying my best. Like, I went to bed earlier trying to fix my routine, but at 3 I just could not uh, go back to sleep again, so I started working. So this is what I have on the sleep side. Not much change. I have no, like, this score is something that I should hide, or even this sleep efficiency, because 3 hours is not a good sleep efficiency. I'm sorry. Even this 98, damn, I really have to get rid of this. The algorithm or the calculation I'm doing is just completely wrong. And from one feedback I got from Twitter, I forgot the name of the person, but they told me that I have the settings on each of the screens, and what was happening was, if I click on the settings and then go to the nutrition and then come back to sleep, it will still have settings. So I can basically have settings on all the screens like this, which was very funny. So I can have settings like literally on the screens. So I moved it from there to the bottom, which is a much nicer UI, and this is what most of the fitness tracking apps were doing as well. So it made sense. On the settings screen itself, if I go back, you can see I have much more themes. So I had the AI partner style, which was balanced in all these colors and everything. And the UI started, yeah, see, the UI updates nicely, but I could not make much on how I was actually using it, and I didn't want to give the users the prompt that they can write for creating these partner styles. So I kind of decided to just get rid of them and have app themes which has much nicer colors. Like, my favorite is this one, this aqua rush, which is more of a mint color. And it looks way nicer, to be honest. Then I added haptic feedbacks everywhere. It's a low hanging fruit, and it was one shot using Alex sidebar. Then I have the metabolic profile, because I'm working on calculating the BMR, and then the total daily expenditure and the calorie goals for accurate tracking, because if I go to the nutrition screen, even now it is hard coded to 2000 calories, and this is not how it should be. And then another thing I added was the custom meal types option. So if I click on the log food option, you can see that the meals only have lunch, dinner, snack, or breakfast and other. But when I have the custom meal types, I can have manage more custom meal types. So I can have something called as like a workout when I'm adding my protein shakes. So if I go back and click on nutrition and then log food, so I will see an option for workout now. so it's much nicer in categorizing the data I have. And I also have added as a HK metadata, so when I'm logging into HealthKit, that value is preserved. So let's go back and let's see what else I have worked on. AI model, that is still there. I don't think there's much change on here, so that's a good thing. Then we go back and the nutrition screen is done. There were a lot of UI fixes here and there, and that's about it. And if I go back to the workouts view, I have tried to fix this as well, like the daily steps. It only had daily steps or workout activity. Now it has workout activity, daily steps, and the daily calories burned. And if you see, I have already burnt. I think I have burned, not burnt as such. I have burnt, let's see, I have done 727 calories and it is 9:23 a.m. So this is, so Garmin does not directly refresh very much. I have to manually do that. I still have to find a way not to do that if there's a better way to do that. And yesterday it was 803, before that 951. So I had a really good week, especially after coming to Bangkok, even though I got sick because of having so much drinks at the rooftop bar. I because I have built my immunity much better. I haven't taken a day off for 1.5 years due to sickness. And if I have to compare it how I was before, when I was obese, I was getting sick every single month, like literally every single month I was getting sick. And that even a common cold would take me 10 to 15 days to recover, and this time it took me 3 days to recover. And I didn't take a day off, and I was actually shipping more because I could just lie on the bed and command Alex the features that I want, and it was much easier. So enough of the bragging part, but let's see and scroll down the workouts. So now the workouts, earlier they were taking I think 30 or 60 days. Now it takes 2 years. I'm not sure what, even like, why should I have the 328 hours? It does not make sense to have so much of details. Now, very subtle detail is something that I'm proud of, is that in the recent activities, you can see that the calories are on the primary color, so it just gives you a very glimpse of how many calories that you have burned. And even if I go back and see the workout activities earlier on this side, each of the activities only had the first activity, which was kind of a bug. But now when I click on the workout activity, you can actually click on the workout activity and have this very pretty UI that would give the amount of the workout you did, the calories that you burnt, and the total calories as well. So it's a very nice touch. You can see that when I have this selected, a bit of the UI is touched, so I have to give padding on both the sides. And that's on it. Even on the UI side, when I click on this, it would go in this uh, zoom transition API that I've used. And when I click on the history, I have the history as well. So UI wise, the app is way better than what I had before. And I also have started giving more customizability options. Like when I click on this, you have the customized heat maps. You can select which one do you want, or if you want to hide everything and show all. Yeah, I think that this show all hide all can just be a normal toggle. I do not have to have it as a two buttons, separate buttons. So with that, I think that's the whole overview of what I have in the app itself. I'm trying to bring back the streaks, because that's a very good way to gamify health and what do you say, retention as well. And another thing that I've worked, because last year I would only talk about the coding part and the UI part, and that's good enough. But what I would want to focus more on is also the growth part. So one thing that I did yesterday was redo the screenshots. I haven't worked so hard on the screenshots, but this was literally the first time I have worked so hard. And it I won't say that I'm proud of it as such, because it's okay. It still does not feel as professional that as I want it to be. It felt much nicer when I had a more what it is called, man, the spanning screenshots. But I got a feedback from Bobby that the because Apple now also uses the text OCR to get the text, so it's kind of cutting off, and it's better not to have that. So that was one feedback that I took, and now it has the words on top in big huge letters. I am having doing this loop, something I find very cool on the whole view itself. So you can see that all the words that I want, like calories or protein, carbs, fat, all of these words, I'm hoping that they will be taken by the Apple text OCR and used as for ASO as well. Flex workouts, analyze sleep, sleep stages, REM core. I am not sure if anybody goes on App Store and searches for REM, but I'm hoping they do. So log food, nutrition, label, barcode. All these words is something that I would want them to be featured. So if you've seen the screenshots before, if I go back and search for, just open a new window and search for Zenther, you will see that if I click on download on the App Store, this is how the screenshots look like. If I have to open the iPhone one, this is how it looked like last week when I released the app, and this is how it looks like now. And I think what I have now is much more nicer. And my plan is to, when I have the new and the TDD calculation and the calorie deficit tracker, I will have more screenshots, at least 5. But I know that when you open the app, the first 3 are the ones that you usually have to focus more on. So this was my idea on working on the screenshots. On the YouTube side, I have started adding YouTube shorts. One did, I think, 500 views, which is not bad for the first one. I would show as well. Rudrankriam. Uh, let's see, which one was it? Oh, I can see myself live here. This one. What will your heat map look like? So, why is it not working? This one. So it would show the heat map. I can do much better, but it got like 11 likes and it got 500 views. So I'm happy. I'm trying to create one right now as well, where I would just say out loud that I had matcha without sugar, and it directly logs it using the foundation model with approximate values. And I'm hoping that with have the hook line that using AI to provide what do you say, using AI to provide or log your calories without internet. So that's my hook. I don't know if it will work, but I will give it a try. So with that, this is what I did in the past 1 week. I feel like I could have done more. Hopefully, as I recover more, I will work harder. And I see that I have to charge my MacBook. Let me just, I don't know why it's not charging. Oh, I know why it's not charging, because it's not connected. Uh, I have to connect it. Apologies for the. And I had unplugged my mic as well. So I need to make sure the mic. So these are the things that you usually do when you're doing a live stream. I want to be at a level where I am not sweating when things like these happen, and I can just continue working. Just make sure that it's using the MacBook microphone. I have to switch it back to this mic itself. For some reason, it's not doing that. Yeah, so I think I'm back with the nicer microphone, and it sounds much nicer. So I think that's the update for what I have and what I wanted to show. And my next thing will be to work on the onboarding. I'm still waiting for review on the new screenshots, and uh, I don't like I have been going. So one thing I noticed in the morning, I was doom scrolling on Instagram, and I found this really cool video of an influencer who was showing his abs and then saying that I would want to have a donut, and he then halves it, and then he would use an AI app or like an AI tracking thing to log the calories of the donut. And we all know that it is inaccurate. It can try to be 60% accurate because you just do not know how much sugar went into that donut, how much chocolate is on the top, or or like based on the size, or how much the ingredients were, right? So it will obviously be off, maybe by a huge margin, maybe by a less margin, but it is like something trending right now. But because it gives you an idea or an approximation, even though, and because humans by inheritance are lazy people, so it's way easier to just take a picture of a donut and then be okay with I don't know how much it is, 200 calories, and just call it a day, and just take that as a number. By because like calorie tracking is still kind of like you I can still be more casual about it, and like even for my app I would want it to be used by casual users and not power users who really want to know how much calories or every single gram of protein that they're tracking. Is I don't want to target those audience. My audience is more casual users like me who just want to have an idea on how many calories they're taking every day and how much protein they're taking, even though it's off by 10 or 15 grams. I do not care a bit. Like I really do not like it does not make much of a difference for me, and I don't want to target for whom it actually makes a huge amount of difference if they do not take 10 grams of protein extra because their app that they were using did not log it accurately. So with that, I got off topic. So the idea is that this Instagram reel did like 150K, and then I really want to go and study the app and understand how the onboarding flow looks like, because they are really rated well on the App Store, and I really want to see how they are doing when it comes to the app part, the onboarding part, because my onboardings honestly sucks, and this is something my friend has told me as well. So with that, let's see how the next week goes, and it's going to be a tiring week, and I don't think Shipaton is going the way I want it to be, but we never know. I'm like I do not want to give up. Of course, I have been doing it for I don't know. It's been a month of doing Shipaton, uh, like unofficially. Because I started back in 5th of July or 4th of July or something. So I do not want to give up, but I, I still have this hesitance when it comes to the app, because I'm not getting the downloads and everything that I would have hoped for, like how they show it so easily on Twitter that you can get views, or like it's just so easy to have hundreds of thousands of MRR flowing in your account every day. So and it's not that easy, or maybe it's just a skill issue that I will overcome over the next few months. Only time will tell, and because I'm building in public, you will get to know on how I did it in these videos. So thank you for listening to me, and I hope you have a great day.